Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to RSF1 for round number 1 of the season here in Division 3 for the first time in Season 8. My name is Piers Todrish. Alongside me once again tonight is RSA Bukadion. My friend, how are you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited. It's the first race of Season 8, I believe. So, yeah, I'm excited. See what the first race is going to give us. Let's hope there's not too much safety cars.
Yeah, definitely not. Div 2 definitely had a lot of them yesterday actually. It was a little bit of a kerfuffle there, but hopefully we get a little bit of a calmer one tonight as usual. Very lots of good drivers in here alongside FTR Morgs even in there. RSF1 Invade, a few title challenges definitely in this season. We'll have to wait and see who will become champion of F3 once we get there in a few moments' time. Well, I say in a few moments' time, in about 18 rounds' time. A lot of action still to be held. We're into the first qualifying session of the season, and we will see who will get pole position for the sprint. First is the sprint, and then we move over to the main race. Whoever wins the sprint race will qualify on pole position for the 29 lapper. We'll have to wait and see who will qualify in there. We're currently riding on board with C. Bradshaw 16 in the Aston Martin as he makes his way through the castle section. Yellow flags in Sector 1. One of the McLarens and a little bit of a detour down towards the bankings. That's either HRV Thomas or Desbro in one of the two. As we move over to C. Bradshaw once again as he comes in towards Sector 3 on his outlap at the moment. Probably, I think, will be the first one to set a time. Yes, he will be. So he comes towards the final corner. Let's take a lap around the Baku City Circuit around here. Let's have a look how we get on. So here he goes then, coming in towards turn number 1, braking hard into the 100-meter boards, into the left-hander third gear action, taking it nice and tight towards the wall, braking around 100 meters in towards the 50 on the left-hand side. Once again, clipping that curb on the left-hand side, flowing through the gears into the DRS zones, under the Rolex banners, and into turn number 3. Then big braking zone into the 100-meter boards. Kimi Räikkönen and Esteban Ocon having a little bit of a tussle in 2017 down here. And into turn 4, then into second, up to third to get that traction down, flying through the gears once again into a difficult left-hander at 5. Gets it nice and turned in, taking a wide line to get that exit in towards the right. Purple Sector 1 as expected as he comes in towards the castle section. Then 100 meters, you want to be braking second gear up into third. And a tricky castle section. Charles Leclerc on a little bit of a moment in 2019, hitting the wall. And cost him a chance of a good result coming in towards the back straight, then into the left-hander. Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton 2017 safety car shenanigans cost them to have a little bit of a bump. And Sebastian Vettel on the wrong end and getting a penalty, nice and tight in towards the left-hander. Very nice indeed, braking around the 100-meter board once again, down into third, and then fully flat out until the end of the lap. 116 into Sector 2 as he makes his way flying towards the left, in towards the right, staying foot to the floor on that right-hand side of the throttle, all the way up to the finish line, the longest straight on the Formula 1 calendar, and we will see what his time is going to be, and if it is going to be a popular one across the line. Bradshaw will come, and into a 1 minute 40.170. Not a bad time lap indeed. And yeah, that's immortal.
That was a very good lap.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed, definitely a very good one as there. As a 2 Alfa Romeos, 41.7 there. Smith with a 41.9. Blazer Guns now.
Oh, new fastest lap.
Yeah, there it is. LR Blazer Guns, 40.118 there. Just tipping Bradshaw by about 600ths of a second. Mercedes of Nifty Nazari with a 41.0 as well. So quite a big difference there. 9 tenths between the top two. around about there. As you can see, 8 tenths, 9 tenths between the two. So quite a big difference there. Someone else just topping out that. That's Slim Shady into the 41.3s, not the rapper, of course. Immortal G is 5th, 41.438 for the Alpha Tauri man. A few more coming towards the line. One of the Ferraris, only Destroyer, coming towards the line now. One of the Red Bulls as well. I think that's Egon just in front of him. Yes, it is. He's the only Red Bull on track at the moment. The Ferrari having a few issues. You can probably tell as he decides to abandon that one. Egon just starting his. Pazuzu as well in the other Aston Martin. Currently his teammate in a Type P2. We'll see how he can get on through Sector 3 then. Braking hard. Yellow flags in Sector 3. I think that's his teammate slowing down. So he makes his way towards Sector 3 now. Braking very, very hard and into the 17.3s. So a couple of tenths down on his teammate at the moment. We'll have to wait and see how he will go into the final couple of corners if he can try and extract any more time. He's going to get a nice slip down from one of the Alfa Romeos. We've run on board with him now, using as much as he can. Braking quite late there, later than he probably would have expected, but gets away with it nevertheless and puts it into a P7 lap time, 41.596 there. Not a bad lap time at all.
No, definitely not. But like you said earlier, the difference between the times at the top, a track like this, or any street track basically, if you do not take your corners perfectly, you can lose so much time.
Definitely so. You have to be on it as always as you can. I think we just saw Galaxy Connor having a little bit of a tap with the wall. Not sure if he's lost any front wing damage or not. We'll have to wait and see how that will look on that Haas card. Probably don't see any visible damage on that. Not from what I could see from that camera angle. We'll have to wait again as he comes towards the Sector 2. No, seems to be okay. So a little bit of a love tap with the wall. As you can see there to the left-hand side, they will go. And into the final couple of corners, Galaxy Connor coming towards the line now, fully flat out. Purple in Sector 2. So he's found some pace in that Haas car as he comes towards the line right about now. Up towards the line then, 32s at the moment as he comes towards the DRS zone, hits it nice and tidily into the back straight and across the line for Galaxy Connor. Can he find anything in that Haas time? Puts it into P6, 41.516 for him. Really, Ethan, I think, is also on a lap in the Red Bull. You can see there just starting his one. Harry Dorf as well into the 35s in Sector 1. We'll see how he does in Sector 2. Ferrari maintaining the castle section now. A little bit of a love tap on that left-hand side out the front. I think he might have just gotten away with that one, but we'll have to wait and see if he is all okay. Looks so indeed as he makes his way into the Sector 2 Delta. More yellow flags in Sector 1 and Sector 2 flying. A little bit of traffic just further down into Sector 3 then with Dwarf 17.0. Nice and tidy. Sector 2 to be fair, besides the little bit of the love tap with the wall. In towards the final couple of corners, and then a left, right, and another left into the DRS zone and across the line. He will come in a few seconds' time. DRS wide open once again as he comes towards the line. Across the line comes Harry Dwarf, and it will be P5 with a 41.390 there. 9 minutes left to go in the session, starting to heat up. Rory Ethan, 16.1 in Sector 2, one of the fastest we've seen all session. So you can definitely put it up there with the top two of C. Bradshaw and Blazer Guns. Currently topping the time sheets with a 40.118. We'll see how we can go into the back straight, and then he comes across the line. He will come now. DRS wide open on the Red Bull, and across the line he will come. And into the top three, and it starts to get a little bit closer up there into a 41.2. Yeah, definitely. So 40.2 there for Rully Ethan. There's Bro as well coming into Sector 2 for the McLaren. Moggs as well into the final corner, 16.7. Only 7 tenths down on the Red Bull of Ethan there. We'll see how he can go into the final couple of corners alongside Harry Dawes' teammate, Only Destroyer. He's his teammate just coming up towards now. He kindly gets out of the way. DRS wide open though for the Haas as he comes towards the back straight. Now the start finish straight into turn 1. Across the line he will come. And into P5, 41.096. So yet to see anyone break into the 39s just yet. We are into the early parts of the session, so do expect a few slower times than usual, just so we can get a figure of how things were going to go here. Desbro in the McLaren is purple in Sector 2. We'll see how Only Destroyer in the other Ferrari is going as well. DRS is flowing all the way through that Ferrari car as he comes towards the line now. It's going to be P9 with the 41.444. Desbro is coming towards the line now. Goes P4, the 41.066.
I see. The time from P7 up until P16 are quite close together.
Yeah, definitely indeed. 7th to about 9th as well. Very, very packed up. 333 from Slim Shady, a 390 from Hairy Dwarf, and a 438 from Immortal G. Definitely close callings all the way through that, which is always interesting to see. Those little midfield battles I can get quite tastily up and down the order. Nifri Nazari comes towards the line. He's improved by about half a tenth of a second. Goes P4 in that Mercedes. One of three, I believe that's PlayStation players in our cross-platform league once again. Welcome to the Xbox side of things. Nifri Nazari, Slim Shady, and Immortal G on the PlayStation side. And we will see how they will go in this session. Egon also is about to cross the line now. And I think he was on an outlap there. Has not improved on his first run on a 42.125 at this moment in time. There's a few more start to play their laps into game. Pazazu is one of them as he makes his way in Sector 1 at the moment. In towards 6th gear, through in towards 7th, braking very, very hard. 3.5 tenths up already in Sector 1 as he comes towards the castle section in a few moments' time. Braking very, very hard on the 100 meter board. 2nd gear into 3rd for the traction into the castle section. A little bit of a tap on the brakes, nice and tightly. Into 3, up into 4 as well. Flick it into the left-hander and a full flat-out section coming in towards a big braking zone on the left-hander once again. Stay tight towards the wall as long as you can. Roman Grosjean having that crash under the safety car in 2018. Hop, skip and a jump over the crest. A little bit closer to the wall than he probably would have liked. Thankfully, not tapping it. 69.99 in Sector 2, so a much better improvement from the Haas man as he comes towards the final couple of corners of this lap. As he comes towards the back straight then for the final time in this lap across the line. It will come in a few moments' time with 5 minutes left to go in the session. DRS wide open on the Aston Martin. Across the line he will come, and it is a PA lap time 41.330 as Immortal G retires from the session, and that is a crash somewhere. You can see AlphaTauri parked right on the left-hand side has hit something or other. Odds where he's positioned that one, but there's a quite a hefty whack into the wall, and he will finish no higher than P12 in that one, which is quite unfortunate to see, but we'll have to wait and see how he will do in the race from that far down. That is if he stays P12 as it stands, but currently on top is LR Blazer Guns, and he's currently running away with the show at the moment. He's about to start his, what I'm going to assume is his final lap here in qualifying with 4 minutes left to go in the session. Can we see a 39 from the Alpine man? DRS is flowing from the back rear of the Alpine. Braking hard onto the 100 meters into turn 1, 3rd gear, clipping that curb on the inside and nice and tight towards the right. Braking into turn number 2, DRS hits you in the face at a few meters after you've exited it. 7th gear up in towards 8th gear, DRS flying once again, a big braking zone as you enter turn 3, 100 meter boards, clip that inside just a little bit on the left. A little bit of kiss on the wall on the right-hand side. Into 4th, second gear, up to 3rd for the traction. A little bit of wheel spin out of the exit, but does get away with it just fine. 2/10 up at the moment for LR Blazer Guns in the Alpine, and currently running their away with the show. His teammate Arash Alonso is currently P6, so right now, pretty decent points for Alpine. Cut the right-hand side, going into the castle section, up towards the castle section. One a little bit of a tap, and that is an accident. And that is a big accident for LR Blazer Guns. And that was looking on a good lap time. A little bit of a clip of the inside wall, Charles Leclerc-esque of 2019. And that is the pole sitter at the moment, out of qualifying with 3 minutes to go.
That's unfortunate, man.
Very unfortunate indeed. So over to you, C. Bradshaw. He's currently out on his final runs. Des Bro is out there as well. A little bit more traffic's flying away as well. We'll have to see how that will go. I think the car's been cleared. Yellow flags as well for one of the Red Bulls. That is really Ethan. Doing a little bit of donuts down that left-hand side. We'll see who is next to cross the line. I believe it might be one of the McLarens. That HRV Thomas, who's just starting a lap or finishing one. We'll have to wait and see as he comes towards the line. He's just finishing or starting his final flying lap. Invade is about to cross the line. He's currently last at the moment on a 42.292. 1 minute 45 seconds left to go in the session. Is Blazer Guns going to be on pole position or not? Invade puts it to P12 of 41.425. Moggs is about to cross the line for the Haas team. He's just starting his final run in this session. Des Bro is currently flying in the McLaren 64 thousandths up on his personal best. Right now will stay P5, but will jump into the 40s. 1 minute 20 left to go. Stuck behind Alonso just in front. That's much better. Sector 2 though. 2/10 up at the moment. He's going to need about 5/10 through Sector 3 to try and get himself into P4. A little bit of a tow from the Alpine would definitely help his cause. Yellow flags in Sector 3. That's one of the Red Bulls going a little bit slowly. The DRS will fly from the McLaren. Nevertheless, across the line, he will come. Can he try and get anything up towards the top 3? No, he won't. He will stay at P5, only by almost 0.5 of a second. Only Destroyer puts it up to P7 with a 41.033. Callum Bradshaw, C. Bradshaw has just started his final laps now in qualifying with 40 seconds left to go in the session. Remember, this is for pole position in the sprints. And then we have the full race coming up after that one. Egon is currently 18th as well. When the Aston Martins, Pazuzu, sorry, he's currently on and out. That followed just behind, I believe, is going to be Des Bro. No, it's not. It's HRV Thomas just behind him. We'll have a look to see where the McLaren will put that one. He's invalidated his time in this session. So was Invade on another attempt. One of the Haas's. Moggs, I think, just coming in for a lap, unless he's just starting. He's just finishing one, actually. So we'll see where the Haas can put it on pole position or not. Checker flag is out. We'll see what he can do as he comes towards the line. Can we see a 39 from Moggs? Is getting closer and closer. And it's only P6 at best. 40.935 for the Haas man. And that will go down as a pretty good success so far. Mitchell's is currently navigating himself on the way. Smith is about to cross the line. He's invalidated his lap, however. Egon just behind him, trying to elevate himself from the back of the field. Needs about 2/10 if he wants to do so, though, as he comes towards the line right about now. DRS hits him right now. We'll see what he can do as he comes towards the line now into the 40s. And into P9 with a 41.149. Bradshaw about to cross the line now. Can he go any better? He's currently a 10th up. Will it be enough for a 39, though? Will be enough for pole position if he can get this one going across the line. And it is pole position.
Oh, he done it. Well done.
Absolutely. 40.067. Blazer Guns with that crash was not enough to get pole position. But it is Bradshaw's day and gets the job done by 0.5 of a second exactly. Really, Ethan, however, he's, I think, going slowly. Yes, he is. He will not be improving. Nasri, however, can he try and beat his time? No, he can't. He was up to P3 with a 40.236, and that is qualifying for the sprint race. And it's C. Bradshaw on pole position.
Yeah, that's one thing about Castle. Castle is so unpredictable, man. Castle can ruin you so quickly.
It definitely can do, and that is what happened to LR Blazer Guns, and it has cost him very much dearly. But it has elevated C. Bradshaw to the top of the timing standings with a 40.067 and gets pole position by 51 thousandths of a second. Nifty Nazari is third with YT Ruli Ethan in fourth. And Shady is fifth with Arash Alonso in sixth. Desbro is seventh with Moggs in P8. Only Destroyer is ninth with Egon in P10. Michaels is 11th for Pazuzu in 12th. Harry Dwarf is 13th. Invade is 14th. Immortal 15th. Galaxy Connor in 16th. Thomas in 17th. And Smith is down in P18, 2 seconds back on the pole man of C. Bradshaw. And we will wait to see how the sprint will go and who will become victorious in a 9-lapper to qualify on pole position. So here we go then into the sprint race for the first time this season. If you have just missed qualifying, where have you been? We'll run down the grid for you now. It is C. Bradshaw on pole position for you, as we wait and see where the race director is, if we can try and get something for you. If it will want to load, that is. Let's have a look. Once again, there we go. C. Bradshaw is on pole position. LR Blazer Guns with that crash down the castle section is in P2. Nifty Nazari is P3 with Righty Ruli Ethan in P4. Some Shady is 5th with Arash Alonso in P6. Desbro is 7th with Moggs in 8th. Only Destroyer is 9th with Egon in P10. Michaels is 11th for Zuzu in P12. It's Harry Dwarf is 13th. Invade is 14th. Mortal G is 15th. Galaxy Connor is 16th. HRV Thomas is 17th. And Smith is down in P18. Everyone's starting on the mediums so far. Probably the smartest decision is the softs do not really work around here at Baku, but we've seen it work in the past, but definitely not on this game. 3 laps, and that is pretty much done and dusted. Let's have a look in the chat then. How is everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's having a good evening, and we will see who will take the first victory of Division 3 for this one. PSR Jesh alongside my good friend on the co-commentator box as well. Dezo as well. As we can see, we will have about, I think, 5 minutes to go until our race will begin, as we've just said in the chat in the Discord. So we will take a short break, I think, until the start of the Grand Prix, and we will see you in a couple of moments. So as the race is closing in with about 20 seconds left to go, we'll get to the grid momentarily. But the first sprint of the season, 9 laps around the Baku city circuit, and we will wait to see who will be on pole position for the main race. 29 laps upon us, plus 9 laps, 38 laps we will have in total for this Grand Prix, and we will see who is on pole for the main race and who will win the sprint in the first round of the season. Formation lap will start right about now. Callum Bradshaw on pole position, on pole position. LR Blazer Guns is second place after that crash in qualifying, with Nifty Nasri in P3. Really Ethan is fourth. Sim Shady is fifth. Arash Alonso in sixth. Desbro is seventh, with Moggs in eighth. Only Destroyer is ninth, with Egon in P10. Mitchells is 11th. Pazuzu in 12th. It's Harry Dwarf 13th. Invade 14th. Immortal 15th. Galaxy Connor is 16th. HRV Thomas in 17th. And Smith HP Dan is at the back of the field. Everyone on the medium compound tyres. And at the start, it does seem that C. Bradshaw has got the upper advantage, and so does LR Blazer Guns around the whole competition, to be fair.
Yeah, no, definitely. Though they, Bradshaw and Blazer Guns definitely had the best times out of the pack. But yeah, like we saw with Castle, anything can happen.
Definitely so. We've seen our fair share of crashes at the castle section in real life and in qualifying just now. LR Blazer Guns with the main target from that one. But we will wait and see if he does make the same mistake again, or if he has learned from his mistake and maybe can cause C. Bradshaw some mistakes in this 9-lapper. We'll have 9 laps of racing, as we just said, next time by, and we will see who will be the victor in the sprint. Bradshaw, of course, on pole position with our Blazer Guns in second place. These two could be the main title deciders in this season. 18 races, of course, we'll have this season, and we will wait to see who will qualify on pole position for the main race, and the victor of the sprint, of course, will finish at the top of the field, and we will see who finds out in a couple of moments. Bradshaw will take his main spot on pole position. Blazer Guns will try and pull to the right hand side as much as he can to try and cut him off. And we will wait and see who will be the the race winner here in the sprint at Azerbaijan the first time. We'll be here for season number 8 in Division 3, as the lights will go out in a few moments' time. There we go then. First light on as we get ready for the sprint in Baku. They go out and we're racing in Azerbaijan. Seems to be a pretty good start from Bradshaw.
Perfect start.
It is indeed. Blazer Guns still in P2. Goes very, very wide and already losing one position there. Ethan is into P2. Arash Alonso in P3 as well. The poor starts for LR Blazer Guns off the lights, and Bradshaw has bolted away already. 1 second clear of the pack. Nifty Nasri now all over the back of Alonso. You're going to pull to the left-hand side, having a look down that inside. Doesn't think, thinks better of it. There's a few more having a look down the inside of everyone. Red Bull going through. That's Egon almost 4 wide down in towards turn 4. So Ferrari going around the outside of both the Red Bull and the Haas. Galaxy Connor losing positions. Pazuzu as well, losing a lot of positions as well. But at the start, it's a perfect getaway from Bradshaw. Ruli Ethan into P2. A horrid start for Blazer Guns in P3. Arash Alonso getting a good jump as well, as they all managed to get through the castle section roundabout fine.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Blazer Guys, but his pace was very good in qualifying, so maybe he has a trick up his sleeve.
Definitely. So yellow flags in sector 2. That's gone next to Connor. And he's had a big one into the left-hander. That is a full rip front wing loss at the start of this sprint. Not what he needed. And I think that's the virtual safety car has been deployed for the first time in this race. Too early for softs. They will not make it until the end. So everyone's going to have to stay on the medium compound tyres. Connor might try and take a risk with the softs. Probably not the wisest idea, but it is a situation if he does want to take it. But really, Ethan definitely does have a chance of getting on top of Bradshaw if he can try and get a good launch out of the virtual safety car lights. And Callum Bradshaw getting a really, really good jump out of that one. Blazer Guns has got a lot of thinking to do as well. At this restart, he's really going to have to think about getting past everyone pretty much in the pits. Smithy as well, alongside Connor and Immortal G, all in the pits for front wing changes. Connor did risk it on the soft compounded tyre, so he decided to go for it. Why not? It might be a difficult decision near the end as the green flag starts a wave and we can get back under racing. Really, Ethan losing a lot of time under that virtual safety car did not help his cause. LR Blazer Guns now all over the back of the Red Bulls. They make their way through towards the castle section, up towards the left, very, very close towards the wall. Does get away with it. Really, Ethan looking a little bit unstable there. And there it is, Blazer Guns. He spun it out of the left-hander and a few mistakes starting to crumble for Blazer Guns in this one, losing P8, maybe even P9, P10 as well.
P10,
the Ferrari.
Oh no.
Very, very close to the wall, but Blazer Guns having a horrid afternoon.
I'm looking down at Galaxy in P18. Like you said earlier, the softs, I don't know if that was a very good idea, because in softs, it's 2-3 laps, maybe 4.
Yeah, maybe 4 as well. Softs won't last very, very long. See Bradshaw top of the timing sheets once again. Nifty Nasri now overtakes him, but yeah, these softs will not last very long as Harry Dwarf having a look down that inside of Michaels there for P8. He's going to hold his nose in there around the outside as Blazer Guns makes another mistake and Egon goes through into P10. HRV Thomas is licking his lips as the DRS has been enabled this lap, and everyone will get the benefit of this here. Michaels gets past Harry Dwarf for P8 there in this Grand Prix. Blazer Guns now sitting out of the points. He was anyway, as top 8 only score points as Blazer Guns having a look once again down the inside of Egan. Not going to work this time around. He's got a lot of ground to make up in this one with only 7 laps to go and already about 4 seconds off a lot of the guys in front. Mickles 2 seconds back on Early Destroyer as they start to settle into a little bit more of a rhythm.
Did Bradshaw break the DRS zone, so he'll be more comfortable.
He will indeed, as Thomas, everyone pretty much from 15th down, 9th down to 15th, all settling into a little bit of a train as Blazer Guns all over the back of this Red Bull of Egon, as I think that's Harry Dwarf who's hit the wall there. And Blazer Guns losing a little bit of traction. Egon having a look to that inside, not going to work. Dwarf goes a little bit wide. Side by side, almost going up towards the back straight as they flow in towards the left. Blazer Guns might be licking his lips as he's all over the back of this Red Bull, using all the ERS he can as Nifty Nasri gets past for P3, looking all the way. They're going to thread the needle 3 wide down towards the back straight, and somehow, in some way, they have not made contact. The Ferrari heads for the pit wall as he comes in for some front wing damage. The Blazer Guns back up into 9th. But he's not done yet. Egon will get the DRS going into the left-hander down the back straight. Will he have enough momentum to try and get past? Blazer Guns gets a good exit, but has he got enough for the straight line speed of the Red Bull? He's going to have a look to that inside. No, he's not. A little bit too far behind. Blazer Guns up to 9th.
Well, the softs gave Galaxy a fastest lap. Let's just hope he will be able to carry that tires up until the end.
Definitely so. About 5 laps you will have left on those softs. They probably will make it to the end. They'll definitely fall off quite a bit throughout the rest of the session.
What happened? Alizar Blazer, same place as qualifying, same place. Oh, that is unfortunate.
And that has triggered a full course safety car. Blazer Guns hitting the wall once again, and that is an end to his race. As the full safety car comes in, everyone will be on the softs now, and that pretty much pulls everyone back into contention. Blazer Guns, a horrible afternoon. He will start at the back of the grid for the full race.
Castle.
Indeed, as well. Bradshaw decides to stay out though. Ethan comes into the pits. Nasri stays out as well. Arash, so does he. Really, Ethan for front wing damage actually is what happened. Everyone deciding to stay out, so they're not going to risk it for about 2 laps on the softs in this one. They all want to try and save track position. Really, Ethan might have played a blinder here in this one. We'll never know. He will come out in P11. He's got a bit of a mountain to climb, but will he have enough time to get some overtakes going is another question. I reckon he probably will. Will come out in P11 as the safety car now starts to pack up a little bit more. Bradshaw still leads this one. Nasri now sits in P2. Alonso is in third with Esbro in P4. Moggs is fifth. Only Destroyer is 6th with Michaels in 7th. Egon is 8th with Invade in 9th. Sim Shady is 10th with Rudy Ethan, as we just said, in P11. Pazuzu is 12th with Thomas in 13th. Harry Dwarf is 14th. Immortal G sits 15th with Smith in 16th. Galaxy Connor is in 17th. And we've lost LR Blazer Guns from this race, from the crash under the castle section, which brought out the safety car. I'm going to assume we're going to have about 3 laps of racing. We might get a DRS on the last lap, considering when the safety car will come in. But it's going to be quite a long one until the end of this race. Still 3, 4, 5 laps to go in this one, and Bradshaw, it's not home and dry just yet.
Yeah, RSF1 invade into the pits, hitting the back of Ethan, losing his front wing. That's going to put him at the back of the pack.
It is indeed. Smith is just behind. He's going to be about probably 15th, 16th here when he comes out. I'm going to assume 16th. He pulls to the left now. There goes the Alfa Romeo. It's going to be tight. It is P16. He will come out just about as they try to come to the back of the field. Galaxy Connor will have to come out as well. Lap 6 of 9, so we're probably going to get racing around this lap or the next one, I'm going to assume, but we'll wait and see how this plays out as we come towards the end of the safety car session. See, Bradshaw still leads this one away. Nifty Nasri is second. Alonso is third with Desbro in fourth. Monks is fifth. Only Destroyer is sixth with Michael seventh. Egon in eighth. Some Shady in ninth, and Rudy Ethan is in the top 10. Pazuzu is 11th with Thomas in 12th. Harry Dwarf is 13th. Immortal G is Harry Dwarf 13th. Immortal G 14th. Smith D is 15th. Invade 16th. And Galaxy Connor at the back of the field in 17th with his Blazer Guns sat on the sidelines. think we might get either this lap coming in or the next. We'll wait and see when the safety car wants to come back in as we wait for the green light to flag. I think it might be for the next one, so we might get only 2 laps of this left to go, as it is going to be called in very, very late if it is this lap, so we might get one more of this as we will come in at the end of lap 7. We'll have 2 laps to go, so we will not get any DRS left in this one. As we wait for Galaxy Connor to join the back of the pack. And we will have 1 lap left of this, well, 2 laps left after this race. And really, Ethan might have a chance of getting some points, but the race win is probably over for the 10th place man.
I'm quite surprised not everyone went in for softs.
It is an interesting call, unless people thought they couldn't make it to the end. Immortal G has just come in now. He's now at the back of the field. Invade came in also. Smithy also, alongside Pazuzu and Ethan. Everyone else decided to stay on the mediums. A safer call just to try and stick with track position, but it's a fairly too safe one, or as Ethan and the likes maybe put a little bit too much risk of themselves. Currently sat in P10. Do they want to try and attack as hard as they can for only 2 laps and see where it ends? Or is that too much big of a risk? We'll have to wait and see until the checker flag will fall at the end of this one. So we come towards the end of the safety car into the castle section. We'll have lap 8 and lap 9, so no DRS, so that might have been not a great play for Ruley Ethan, as he maybe have miscalculated with the DRS, but the other question is, will it matter at the end of it? So he exits the DRS, he exits the castle section. Bradshaw will lead us away. We'll run on board with Nifty Nasri once we get ready to go, and when the Aston Martin will decide to ditch the rest of the field. That's 7 of 9 in this Baku sprint race, and we will see who will win the first race of F3 as we come towards the final couple of corners. Safety car is in this lap, so we'll have 2 laps of racing left to go. Callum Bradshaw, will lead them away. Nasri will be second place. We'll have a little bit of a C-cam to see when he will bolt off and when he will stay. Arash Alonso about 9 tenths just behind as well. Everyone now caught up to the back of the field. Where is Nasri? There he is. And when we'll see Bradshaw decide to bolt, he's going to wait until a very end moment. Nasri a little bit far behind from what I would like. We'll have to see what his gameplay is going into turn 1 if he wants to attack into turn 1. Here we go then. Bradshaw warming up the tyres. When is he going to bolt? He's going to bolt in about a couple of seconds. And we will get this race back underway. There he goes. He bolts down. We're ready. We are ready to go. Michaels and more. Michaels has jumped the start massively, and he's going to have to give all those positions back. But Bradshaw leads the way with Nasri in P2. Alonso 3rd. Desbro is 4th. Monk is 5th. Egon up to 7th. There's a big fighting all the way through. Ethan up into ninth. Having a look on his teammate. Not going to happen. There's a few more positions. That's a Williams around. That's Slim Shady, who's gone around in a big fashion. He's now back at the back of the field. A lot of positions gained, a lot of positions lost. Is Ethan going to have a look down the inside? The Alfa Romeo of Michaels is going to have a look down the inside of Moggs. Almost makes it work as Egon have a look to the inside now of the Alfa Romeo. Almost comes in contact. There is Michaels. He's hit the wall massively. He is now out of the race with suspension damage. That rules Ethan up into P8. Not sure what happened, if there was a little bit of contact or not, but he is out of the race. He will start 17th. Moggs having a look to the Ferrari in this penultimate lap of the race. Not going to happen into the castle section. Thomas goes up to P8. There goes Ethan. That is his race done and dusted. The soft stint did not work, and he has lost his front wing. And it is all happened in a matter of seconds on the exit of the last lap.
That is very, very, very unfortunate.
It definitely is indeed, as we wait to see as Smithy also retires from this one with a crash, as we see Bradshaw going towards the final couple of corners.
Oh,
to
some
start
shady
the final
span.
race. Yes, Sim Shady spun it as well out of the final couple of corners there. Don't know if he's lost the front wing or not, doesn't seem like it, but we'll move to see Bradshaw, who's absolutely dominated this race from start to finish and has led the way. Thomas gets through into P7 around the outside, it looked like on Egon. A very good move there from the McLaren, but it seems Steve Bradshaw has been unstoppable in this one, and he has led every single lap from start to finish in the sprint. He will qualify on pole position, it does look like, from here as he comes towards the last couple of corners of Sector 1. Really, Ethan retires in the pit lane. He will start P15. Arash Alonso, however, is closing up to Nasri, so there could be some changes on the last lap to see who will qualify on the front row. Desbro is close in this one as well, alongside only Destroyer in this one. So he comes towards the castle section, up towards the right, up towards the left. See Bradshaw manipulates it very, very nicely, as does everyone else. Harry Dwarf and Invade having a little bit of a tussle side by side. Surely not into the castle section. Invade decides to back out there, but as we move over to Bradshaw there, coming up towards the end of the race.
Martin.
Yeah, and that is Pazuzu, who has lost it. He is in P13. We'll move over to see Bradshaw. He's been absolutely immaculate all the way through. Led every lap in the sprint. Nasri could not retaliate under the safety car. Arash Alonso losing time in Sector 3 and Sector 2 as well. And see Bradshaw, no one will stop him from an immaculate race at Azerbaijan. As he comes towards the line now, he won't have the DRS, but he will have the victories of winning. He wins the sprint here in Baku. Nifty Nasri is second place. Arash Alonso is third. Desbro almost getting top 3 there, with only Destroyer 5th. Moggs is 6th. Thomas is 7th. Egon in 8th. Harry Dwarf in 9th. And Immortal is 10th. Invade 11th. Connor in 12th. Pazuzu is 13th without a front wing. And Sim Shady will finish 14th. But see Bradshaw is on pole for the main race. So as we move to the results there, it is C. Bradshaw who takes a clean sweep, pole position, and the win for him. Then Nifty Nasri is in second. Arash Alonso is third with Desbro in fourth. Only Destroyer is fifth with Moggs in P6. HRV Thomas is 7th. Egon is 8th. Harry Dwarf is 9th with Immortal in P10. Invade is 11th with Galaxy Connor in 12th. Pazuzu is 13th. And Slim Shady is 14th. We lost Ruley Ethan, Smits, HP Dan, SF Michaels, and LR Blazer Guns in that one. As we move over to the main race in a couple of moments' time, stay with us and we will see you in a couple of moments' time. So here we go then for the formation lap of the main race. It is Steve Bradshaw, sorry, on pole position. 26 laps of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Nifty Nasri sits in P2. Arash Alonso is third with Desbro in P4. Only Destroyer is fifth with FDR Moggs in P6. HRV Thomas is 7th. Egon is 8th. Harry Dwarf is 9th for the Mortal G in P10. RSF1 Invade is 11th with Galaxy Connor in 12th. Pazuzu is 13th with Sim Shady in 14th. Rudy Ethan is 15th with Smith HP Dan in 16th. SF Michaels is 17th. And LR Blazer Guns is P18, qualified second for the sprint. But after a crash which caused a safety car, he starts at the back of the field. We'll see the tyres everyone chooses. Only Galaxy Connor on the soft compound tyres, which seems very, very interesting to say the least. Thomas, Harry Dwarf, Sim Shady, SF Michaels and Blazer Guns all on the hard, so they decide to go a little bit longer than usual. Everyone else on the mediums to start this one off as we wait to see who will become the first winner of Season 8 in F3. And we will see who will take the checkered flag first. See, Bradshaw seems on it so far, but Nifty Nasri could definitely take it away from him.
Yeah, it's definitely sad. Rod Blazer Guns in P18. He had a very good qualifying run before Castle moment. But let's see what happens. Let's see if he can climb up his way to the top.
Let's see what happens indeed. SF Michaels and Blazer Guns getting disqualified from the from the formation laps already. Not a very good start, and especially on the hards.
Not indeed.
Cold indeed. So our Blazer Guns day starts from bad to worse in that one. As Bradshaw makes his way to the lead front of the grid. Nasri will be alongside him in P2, alongside Arash Alonso in third. Desbro will be fourth. Only Destroyer in P5, with Moggs in P6 as we wait for lights out for the first time in Azerbaijan. We wait to see who will be the first race winner of Season 8 in Division 3. The lights will be coming on in a few moments' time as we get ready for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Here we go then. The lights coming on now. 3, 4, 5 lights on at Azerbaijan.
Away we go.
We go out and we are racing at Baku. Seems another clean starts from everyone as Nasri getting locked down into P3 there. A little bit of a kerfuffle and a big crash further back. A huge accident all the way through. And I think that's what Slim Shady, Galaxy Connor, Moggs in there. SF Michaels, I think 5 or 6 cars getting involved in one accident there. Arash Alonso is up to second, getting nifty. Nasri in P3. Already see Bradshaw with a 2-second gap as the safety car has been deployed after one corner of racing. Already a huge one there. Unreal indeed as C. Bradshaw gets up to the lead after that one. Arash Alonso got the job done into turn 1 on Nasri. Desbro is up into P4 there. Only Destroyer is 5th. We still have Blazer Guns. He's up to 13th in this one after a disqualification.
Very good start. Very good start.
It did indeed. A very, very good start for him. Up to 13th. Smith doing well as well in P12 there. Michael's up to 14th as well. Some big hitters though. Slim Shady, Moggs from the middle half of the field getting quite lower down from those crashes. Galaxy Connor also involved in that one on the soft compound tyre. Predictive strategy, one stop really is the only way to work from here. The hards until the end and maybe hope for a safety car near the end just to make sure you get to the end on the same set, but we'll wait and see what happens with this one. If anyone decides to pull into the pit lane a little bit too early on lap 1, the crash will come from Slim Shady. FTR Moggs will come in towards the pit lane, invade, and Thomas, however, decide to come in. We will see what tires they come on to. HRV Thomas decides to retire the kart. They're all in for front wing damage from the crash as HRV Thomas decides to call it early on lap 1 of this Grand Prix.
Oh.
Down to 17.
Laser guns up to P11 already.
Already up to P11 from starting 18th in this Grand Prix. An absolutely incredible charge he's had by only 2 laps and already made himself 7 positions at the start. See if he can make any more during the race. He can definitely cause a little bit of a battle between himself and C. Bradshaw going into the end of the race. Still 24 laps to go as we are under the safety car for the first time this race, for the second time overall this weekend. We should get racing probably around lap 3, lap 4. We wait and see who will be on the top step in about 24 laps time. See, Bradshaw has had a brilliant race so far. Alonso has done well also, so has Nifty Nasri. The two out, the Alfa Romeo, well, Aston Martin, Alpine and Mercedes duo. Last time out, well, on the podium at the sprint just now. Opposite way, Alonso was 3rd and Nasri was 4th. Nasri was 2nd, sorry. Desbro just losing the podium by 0.2 of a second, was closing in, not by enough. He's currently sitting P4, but can definitely cause a little bit of a ruckus if he wants to try and have a look down into turn 1. Alonso is as well. And our Blazer Guns down in 11th at the moment. So hopefully he can try and pull himself away and try and get himself further up the table.
So even Ethan had a very, very good start as well, because he is up 7 positions already.
Yeah, up 7 positions as well is Ethan from his crash in the sprint as well. So he's got a long way to go in that one as well. Currently in P8, he's having a great Grand Prix. Galaxy Connor is in the pits once again. Is that for front wing damage again, I'm going to assume? Yes, it is. The Haas Mechanics preparing for the stop. And he comes in for some front wing damage. Started on the softs, now probably is the good decision to come on towards the hards for about 20 laps. Should get him until the end, so he will not have to stop again in this race. We'll see what he's come out. Well, he's come out on the soft compound tyres, which is fairly interesting in that sense, but maybe he did not want to go to the end, but maybe he's got another strategy up his sleeve. As what's happening here? Desbro and Nifty Nasri having a little bit of a tug of war there, a little bit side by side, actually going to left-hander. Not sure what was that about, but Nifty Nasri stays in P3 as Desbro a little bit eager, a bit too eager to get things going at this restart. Should be getting underway around this lap or the next. I'm going to assume this one, as Connor is quite close to the back of the pack. As we wait and see when the safety car will come. Goes towards the final couple of corners now. There it is. Safety car is in this lap. Yes, indeed. So we'll have 17 drivers restart this race on lap 3 of 26. Alonso will be trying to catch up to C. Bradshaw in this one as Galaxy Connor overtakes his teammate Morgs down in 16th. A little bit too eager to get going. Here comes C. Bradshaw. He will set the pace once again. Left it quite late in the sprint. Will he leave it late once again? Looks to be like it. Alonso in no hurry. He's trying to stay as close as he can to the back of the Aston Martin as Harry Dwarf gets a 5-second penalty.
Oh, 5-second
for
penalty.
crash. I think that's a hit. Yeah, it is a hit with Invade, so something's happened there. See, Bradshaw will wait, and there he goes. He has caught Alonso napping. And Nasri is quite late to respond as well. Desbro, however, in no hurry as well. He's going to have a look to the inside of the Mercedes. Yellow flags further back. I think that's Harry Dwarf in the pit lane. Yes, it is. As it all gets a little bit tense there. As only Destroyer trying to battle away. But Desbro muscles his way through and up into P3 as they go 3 wide. Egon all the way through. A little bit of a kerfuffle there, but really Ethan threading the needle on all 3 and gets up into P6. And what has happened there? Oh my goodness me. What on earth has happened there?
Destroyer
Big
out
crash.
of the race.
With Smith, there's a 5-second penalty with LR Blazer guns. What on earth has happened there? I have no clue whatsoever. Huge crash as someone decided to, I'm not sure if that was a swipe or what, but no safety car just yet. As Ethan leaves the session, I think that might be a disconnection or not, I'm not 100% sure. And a big accident in the start of this one. Blazer guns now up into P8.
P8, well done.
Absolutely so. Smith D now up into 9th. Egon all over the back of Pazuzu, currently in P6. Invade gets the job done on a ghosted Ruley Ethan as they come up towards the back straight. Egon currently in P7, trying to hunt down Pazuzu in P6. This is the closest battle so far, with Smith D having a look on Blazer guns as well for P9. Nothing doing just about yet. Invade having a look as well. Only Destroyer leaves the session after his crash just about now. Through the left, through in towards the right as the train starts to form down into P8. See Bradshaw with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 44.9 heading his way. SF Michaels getting closer to the Williams, not quite close enough. However, few more pits. There's Ethan into the pits alongside Slim Shady as well. So you all start to get into a little bit more of the rhythm on lap 5 of 26. Still 20 laps to go.
The Alonso pushing quite hard to get back in the DRS zone whenever it starts into 1-2 laps, 1 lap. So you can use that advantage.
He definitely can indeed, and he will definitely want to get past him as quickly as possible. As we move over.
Also got the fast.
Ooh, and a little bit of a slip inside as well from Smith. A little bit of a moment out of the exit as he has a look to the Williams down the inside for P10. Nothing doing there as he still has to wait his turns. They got towards the castle section. All fed so far, 2 by 2. Invade trying to close up to Smith as well in P9. Blazer Guns is currently in P8. Egon trying to catch up to Pazuzu in P7. Immortal is struggling a bit in 5th to try and catch up to Nifty Nasri in P4. See Bradshaw still holding a firm advantage in this one.
Oh no! Blazer Guns span out. Oh no!
And that is Blazer Guns once again in the wall. Is that front wing damage for the Alpine? Doesn't seem like it. Just a little bit of an excursion, and that pretty much sums his day up quite a bit there. Just so unlucky with spins of his own. The DRS is now enabled on lap 6 of this Grand Prix for the first time. As Invade gets through into P8 and overtakes Smith D for 8th position, and now Michael's all over the back of his teammate. Does he have a look down the inside? No, he's not on this occasion, but with the DRS on the 2 Alfa Romeos, this could get a little bit tasty for both of them, as here comes Michaels, gets past Smith just behind. Not enough to try and get past Invade though in P8, and you have to wait another day, and it still remains in P8 after all that.
So Bradshaw made a little gap between him and Alonso.
He has indeed. Now opens it up to a little bit over 2 seconds, just a little bit under 2 seconds now, 1.9 to 1.7 roundabout. As you can see, it chops and changes all the time. Egon now closing up to Pazuzu as he has done for these past couple of laps. SF Michaels, however, is looking to try and get past Invade as well as he tries to fight with that Alfa Romeo car as best as he can. He wrestles all the way through the corners as Invade is in touching distance of that Alfa Romeo. He will get the DRS down the back straight as he comes up towards the line now, wrestling so much. The Alfa Romeo car trying to get it in towards the straight line. Up towards the left, through and towards the right. The DRS will hit him right about now as he comes towards the line. DRS enabled for the Alfa Romeo, choosing left or right. Is he going to have enough track to try and have a look to the inside? No, he's not. He's going to have to wait a little while longer. Once again, Invade goes a little bit wide, but they follow lines. However, he's going to still have a look into turn 2. But knowing the DRS is quite far in reach, he's going to try and wait for the back straight, which he does. So right now, the DRS and ERS is activated for the Alfa Romeos. Pazuzu and Immortal G battle away. There goes Michaels into P8. We run on boards with Pazuzu and Immortal G all the way through, and they still remain in a kerfuffle as
side by side. Oh,
there
we
you
got
go.
into the wall. Oh,
And there is Smith, yeah. There is Smith into the wall, locking up, trying to have a look at that battle. Just did not go his way. And that is front wing damage for him as Galaxy Connor all over the back of SF Michaels, now side by side almost, going into the castle section as Moggs having a look to the inside. Not going to happen on this occasion. And somehow, most of them have kept it out of the wall.
That's gonna put laser guns at the back of quite a long train.
It is indeed. He's currently about a second back on Moggs, now into 9/10, and that gap is from P8 all the way down to about P12. Yeah, as you said, and that is a huge crash for Egon in towards the wall. That will definitely bring out a safety car. That is right in the firing range. That is a huge accident for the Red Bull. A nasty, nasty hit into the barrier, and that is the Red Bull's day done and dusted. With really Ethan leaving the session, that is it for the Red Bulls. As the second safety car comes out in quite a few laps.
I'm sure a lot of people will be going into the pit now.
Prime time for the Hearts.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I will keep them up until the end.
Yeah, definitely. So, see Bradshaw the top 4, and also Smith HP, who's also pitting for the Hards, all have a good chance to get to the end now with pretty much a free pit stop to their name. The hard runners might want to have a look for the mediums, but quite a stretch from here, from about 18 laps. But they'll do it their best unless they want to leave it a little while longer, knowing that maybe another safety car might be on its way. But we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. See, Bradshaw still leads this one, but going into the pit stops might tell a different story.
The Blazer back in P8, but hasn't pit yet.
Not just yet. He has still been on those hards all the way through the race, so he might want to try and change it on to the medium compound tyres if he wants to. We'll see what the race leader, C. Bradshaw, decides to do from the lead. He's going to come into the pits at the end of this stop. I'm going to assume for the hard compound tyres. Does Arash Alonso follow him in? Yes, he does. Into this one, almost hitting the wall. Desbro follows him as well. So does Nifty Nasri. So is Invade. Everyone pitting at the end of this lap. On goes the hards for C. Bradshaw. And now the real fight can continue with only about 15 laps to go.
So everyone on hard compound except Shady. Still running mediums, 4 lap old.
Yep, Slim Shady, the only one, as we've just seen on the mediums. Invade now leads this race somehow. He's the only one that decided to stay out of this one, so Invade now leads this one. C. Bradshaw takes P2. Michaels is in third. Moggs is fourth. Blazergun's now up to fifth. Arash Alonso is sixth. Desbro in seventh. Pazuzu is eighth. Immortal G is ninth. And Nifty Nasri in P10. Slim Shady is 11th. Candice O'Connor is in P12 with Harry Dwarf in 13th. Smith HP Dan is 14th. Rudy Ethan, who is out of this one he decided to leave the session, is in 15th. We've lost Egon, which triggered the safety car. Only Destroyer and HRV Thomas at the end of this one. Lap 9 of 26.15 we still have running as we're under the safety car for the second time this race. Invade currently leading. Bradshaw is second. And Michael's in third. And we should get ready around the end of lap 10, lap 11. Stick around. We'll be with you in about a lap's time.
Safety car in this lap.
Here we go then. Safety car comes in this lap. A lap 10 of 26 of this Grand Prix. See, Bradshaw is currently second. Invade will lead them away. It's his first time he's led a lap of this race and the second leader of this whole season. See, Bradshaw has led every lap until this point. And will he decide to try and lead this one going into turn number 1? When is Invade deciding to pull the trigger and bolt away is the question.
See Bradshaw staying as close as possible.
There he goes, leaves it late. Michaels gets the jump on him, has to give that position back. Lucky not to break back into everyone as we get underway. One of the Haas is going very, very wide. He's hit the wall there and a big spin further back. That's, I believe, is Pazuzu just at the back of the field. He has spun around. Arash Alonso trying to get back on Moggs. Moggs is currently in P4, sliding away side by side. Desbro is lost a lot of positions. Blazer Guns as well. Side by side, Alonso having a look down the inside of Moggs, gets the job done.
Oh, what a great overtake.
It was indeed. Desbro and Blazer Guns side by side, pretty much rubbing wheels. Blazer Guns gets spat out and loses position to Immortal in the doing.
into the left and in towards the right. Invade still leads this race, with Bradshaw close behind. Michaels in P3 as they try to bolt away from each other. In towards the castle section. There you go. 4/10 Invade has on Bradshaw. Michaels has about 5/10 on Bradshaw as well. Alonso in P4 with Moggs in 5th. Desbro is 6th. A few incidences further back, but they all managed to get it okay as Alonso's hit the wall. Is that front wing damage for the Alpine? I'm not so sure, as now Moggs has a look to the inside. I don't think there is any damage on Alonso's car. Doesn't seem to be. No, there's not any visual damage at least, but here we go then. See Bradshaw on Invade. He wants to have a look to the left or to the right. He's going to try and defend this one. Is Invade all the way to the wall.
Wide open.
He has his ERS on side by side. I think Bradshaw might just have it unless Invade chucks it to the inside. Yes, he does. Late braking on the both of them. And Invade just about keeps the position going and stays in the lead of this Grand Prix. Immortal G and Blazer Guns battling away. And Immortal G just keeps behind in this one into the left as Harry Dwarf has a look to the inside as now Bradshaw gets the job done back. But is Invade going to have a look to the outside? Yes, he is. Late braking, brilliant battling between the two of them. Invade having a look to that inside, but Bradshaw gets it.
Oh.
And Bradshaw gets it back. He now retakes the lead for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and that is Blazer Guns once again having a spin further down this day. Get some rust from absolutely horrid. And now Bradshaw a second back on Invade, sorry, a second back on Bradshaw. And now under threat from Michaels further back. Arash Alonso is in 4th and Moggs in P5. Desbro is in P6. As now the train starts to bolt, and now Bradshaw starts to bolt away a little bit more. Michaels in P3 at the moment, trying to have a look around the outside of Alonso. Nothing doing there. Does he want to have a look to that inside? He's not quite far enough in front to try and get anything going. He's going to have a look though.
He goes
Down
on
the
the
inside
inside.
corner. Yes, he is down the inside. Does he get the job done? There's contact.
Oh.
Somehow keeps it in a straight line as he really wrestles with that steering wheel on that Alfa Romeo car. That's a big crash, and there we go. Oh, goodness gracious me. Immortal Arash Alonso having a huge coming together on the left-hand side. This safety car is out for the third time in this race. And Arash Alonso and Immortal G having a huge one at the further back. We're down to 13 in this race, and we've all barely had half a race in this with about 12-ish laps to go. That's quite a long way to go still. See Bradshaw is probably very upset with the amount of stoppages we had to have in this race. 9th down from 13th. That's Michaels, Moggs, Sim, Shady, Blazer Guns and Desbro all pit for damage. Desbro and Blazer Guns on the softs. Sim, Shady and Moggs yet to come into the box. They will come out, and I believe mediums for Michaels and Moggs, hards for Sim, Shady, all hards for Slim Shady, which is a fairly interesting statement, but I'm assuming everyone is probably going to stay out for this one and maintain track position, but already a huge crash and our third safety car in about 6 laps.
That is very unfortunate for Alonso. He drove very, very well.
He definitely did. He was driving very, very well in the sprint, and a little bit of contact in the main race had cost him, and that is that for the Alpine man. His teammate Blazer Guns currently in P11. He really needs to try and keep going to try and push for some points in for Alpine. Let's see, Bradshaw still leads this one. Invade is second. Harry Dwarf is in P3. And Nifty Nasri in P4 as well. Do they decide to stay out? Yes, they do. Bradshaw stays out. Invade comes into the pits though. He decides to pull the trigger and comes into the box. Harry Dwarf does stay out.
5-second penalty Invade. Speeding in the pit lane.
that is a speeding penalty for Invade in P5. A little bit too fast into the box. He decides to go onto the mediums, and now that is going to be a very, very, very long way from here. He's going to have to push like crazy for the remainder of this race if he wants to try anything for a good result. We will wait and see where he comes out. He comes out in P7, just in front of Michaels in P8 as Smithy and Blazer Guns pit once again. Bradshaw is in P1 still, though. It's Harry Dwarf is now second, with Nifty Nasri in third. Galaxy Connor from the back of the grid, further on from that first safety car, now finds himself in P4. Pazuzu is in fifth, with Rully Ethan in sixth. Invade is seventh. Michaels is eighth. Moggs is ninth. And Smith D is 10th. And Shady is 11th. Desborough is 12th. Blazer Guns at the back of the field in 13th. We've lost Arash Alonso, Immortal G, Egon, Only Destroyer, and HRV Thomas from this race so far. As we move over, so 14 to 26, we should get racing around lap 16, maybe 17.
Safety car in this lap quite early.
Yeah, fairly earlier than we were expecting there. Lap 15 of 26. We'll get 10 laps of racing going towards the end there. See, Bradshaw will slide us away as Sim Shady gets a 5-second penalty for contact with Moggs. Not sure what happened there, but a little bit of contact earlier on. But Steve Bradshaw will lead us away. Harry Dwarf will try and catch him if he can. He's caught him lapping the last couple of times. Can he try? And Naffa once again, but Harry Dwarf is eager to try and get things going as he tries to get back as clear as he can. There we go then. Steve Bradshaw bolts away gets a pretty good reaction. And Nifty Nasri all over the back. So we start lap 16 of 26 of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Nasri nothing doing into turn 1. RSF1 invade gets past Ethan's Ghost there as they all come battling down into turn number 2. Harry's Wharf looking pretty tasty on the back of Bradshaw, but Bradshaw just wants to clear away as best as he can. Galaxy Connor looking for that podium as well. Moggs and really Ethan battling away as well. There goes SF Michaels on Invade side by side. Invade gets chucked out and Michaels goes through into P6, and there goes Moggs around the outside of the Williams as well. They cannot get anything done as there goes Michaels having a look around the outside of Pazuzu. Not going to happen there into the left-hander as here we go then. Here comes Michaels on a much better exit. Slim Shady gets past Ethan as well. There he goes down the inside goes Michaels just before the castle section. Just enough row for the both of them. And there he goes then into P5. As our Blazer Guns makes it up into P11. It's Harry Dwarf currently sitting P6, still attached to the DRS. I'll see Bradshaw just about. Galaxy Connor closing up as well. So Zephyr SF Michaels, who looks absolutely rapid after this safety car restart. There is Galaxy Connor in the wall and may have lost the front wing. There goes Michaels, thank you very much. And up into P4 he goes. Is there any damage to the Haas? As the Alfa Romeo spun around, losing traction. Somehow keeps it in a straight line. Connor losing a lot of positions. He does not have any visible front wing damage there. Michaels somehow keeping P4 after the spin. And there goes Invade, who's had a big crash. Once again, a lot involved. And the safety car is out once again in this race. As we are down to pretty much 10 as Ethan still has not come back in this race. I'm not sure if it's a full or a virtual, but we'll have to wait and see. But we are down to 10 after lap 17 of this race. And we have another safety car in play.
There's one virtual safety car on lap 1 and 4 safety cars so far.
Yeah, welcome to Azerbaijan. A lot of
definitely.
A lot of safety cars can happen, but a lot in a few races is definitely not what we're looking for, but accidents can happen.
Red Bull is out completely.
Yeah, both Red Bulls out of this one as Ethan disconnected. So there's still one left of each constructor still going. Aston Martin, Ferrari, Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, both Aston Martins still in this one, first and fifth. One Haas still left in this one Williams, and one McLaren still in this one with Desbro in 8th.
Both Alfa Romeos.
Alfa Romeo 10th and 4th. Yeah, they're still in this one as well. 4th and 10th for them. Aston Martin will be taking a lead in the constructors with that 1st and 5th at the moment. See Bradshaw on his way to winning unless anything else happens from here. But we'll have to wait and see. Everyone stays out on the same set of tyres from this one. We come into lap 18 and 26. We'll wait and see when the safety car comes back. As Moggs, Slim Shady and Desbro all come into the box. We'll wait and see which tyres they come back on. I'm going to assume the soft compound tyres, maybe the mediums. We'll have to wait and see as they come out in a few moments now. It's the softs for Moggs. It's Slim Shady with a 5-second penalty. He comes in for softs. And Desbro
hard.
Desbro hard. That is probably a mistake at the McLaren box. Old hard tyres coming on for the McLaren. Probably a mistake there, but he's on the hard compound tyres, and that is hoping for at least 1 point. He will get the 1 point as Ethan is not currently racing. He will get the 1 point, but where he will come is another question. As we wait to see when the safety car will come out, probably around lap 20, so we'll leave you for around about lap 7. We'll see where we have any more racing up until then, unless we have those final 2 laps just under the safety car.
Safety car in this lap. That was really quick.
Yeah, there we go. Safety car is in this lap, so we are going to get underway. Lap 18 of 26. So we'll have about 8 laps of racing left. See Bradshaw will lead them away for the 4th time in this race. Harry Dwarf will try and catch back up to him. Nasri is in 3rd with Michaels in 4th. Pazuzu is 5th. Blazer Guns is in 6th. Smith is 7th with Ethan in 8th. Moggs is 9th. Desborough 10th and Slim Shady in 11th. And when will Bradshaw decide to go? He's left it late, very, very late indeed. Invade left it extremely, pretty much down towards the grids. Last time around, Bradshaw leaving right about now. And there he goes. And Harry Dwarf has pretty much caught him quite well in this one. Nefty Nasri has caught him well as well. Trying to have a look to the inside. Nothing doing there. Blazer Guns gets into P5. Oh, whoa. What has happened there as Bradshaw has been caught up in that one. Michaels now leads this Grand Prix. And from leading this one pretty much all the way through, Bradshaw now finds himself in P8, the quickest man on the grid so far. I think he might have been tagged from behind. But that is Bradshaw into P8, maybe P7, and Nifty Nasri is now behind there as more contact happens. There's almost a McLaren getting tighted in that one as Bradshaw now sees himself in P7, maybe P6, gets caught to the back of his teammate. Up into P6 he goes, and now the fight is on to see if he can try and push his way through to the front of the field. SF Michaels currently leads this one. LR Blazer Guns is on the first challenge. He's currently sitting in P2.
Yeah.
Moggs is in 3rd. And this could get pretty interesting. Michaels still leads this one. LR Blazer Guns in 2nd. Moggs is 3rd. Desborough is in 4th. Sim Shady is 5th. Who's currently trying to attack Desborough on the soft compound tyres. 3 seconds matches down. I think Bradshaw has lost this race from no fault of his own. 4 safety cars and got tagged from the back. Sim Shady currently in P5 with Desborough in P4 there. In through the right, in through the left. Slim Shady will get the run. He
Blazer Guns going for it.
And now Blazer Guns for the lead, gets the race lead. And Slim Shady and Desborough side by side. Does Slim Shady get 4th? Yes, he does. And now Blazer Guns for the first time this race leads the way, and his day gets a little bit brighter as Pazuzu and Nifty Nasri pit for front wing damage. And with 6 laps to go, LR Blazer Guns could see himself on the top step of the podium after finishing last in the sprint and crashing out in qualifying from 2nd place. See Bradshaw closing up to Desborough as well.
This is definitely a first challenge for Blazer Guns.
Definitely so, as we come towards the left-handers and in towards the right. See Bradshaw a little over the back of Desborough in this one as he comes towards the right-hander into the castle section, eager to get past, and I don't think it's going to be the race win for C. Bradshaw unless another safety car happens, which might just happen if someone is not careful. As FTR Morgs hungry for that P2 as well, maybe even hungry for a first position as the DRS will come out, I think, either next lap or lap 22. Blazer Guns currently got a 7/10 advantage to SF Michaels in P2. Moggs is about 5/10 back, now 3/10 back on the Alfa Romeo as he comes towards the line. Yellow flags. That is Slim Shady, who's had a little bit of a misdemeanor. That makes it easier for C. Bradshaw as he rejoins in P7. He spun round. Hesbro currently in P4, Moggs in P3, Michaels in P2. LR Blazer Guns now has the second advantage. The DRS is enabled this lap. 5 laps to go as Moggs late on the brakes, almost going into the back of the Alfa Romeo. See Bradshaw now 2/10 back on Desbro. Does he have enough time to try and catch up 4 seconds to Moggs in P3? And big moment there. That has lost a lot of momentum. Here comes Moggs, even with the DRS not quite close enough to Michaels in P2. He's having a good Grand Prix so far. Moggs has had his fair share of incidences as well. He's been quite close together as Nifty Nasri and Pazuzu battle away for the last point in this race. As Moggs and Michael still continue to battle over second place as well. Blazer Guns looking likely he will take victory in Azerbaijan from the back of the field. Desbro is in 4th. C. Bradshaw is 5th, and definitely seems as though he's lost this race in the most cruelest of ways possible. He's had to deal with 4 safety cars and got tapped from behind under the last one, and now sees himself in 5th place, trying to get 4th place away from Desbro, who's fighting very, very hard to keep it, or try and stick on board with Moggs versus Michaels, as Moggs really trying to catch up to the back of that Alfa Romeo for the DRS and the ERS to try and get past into P2. They're about 2 seconds back on LR. Blazer Guns! Huge crash and Michaels is out. Michaels has gone. Is that our 5th safety car? I don't think it is, but Michaels, who's having a good Grand Prix until then, smacks into the wall. See, Bradshaw is now in P4, now hunting for a podium. No safety car in that one. We're down to 10, and that is a big one. Michaels is out.
Unbelievable.
In the race, that is pretty much at everything. Has hit another tail.
I just wanted to say Moggs with 4 lap old softs. With still 4 laps to go. But Michael's out of the race. So he can also breathe a bit better now.
Yeah, Michael's
But
out of this one.
4 seconds.
Yeah, 4 seconds back on Moggs, who's in P2. See, Bradshaw has a good chance of at least retrieving a podium, but he wants that win. He deserved that win, definitely. Blazer Guns is 4 hard. He's kept his way going. And a little bit of a lag spike there. I thought he was going straight in towards the wall. Thankfully not. Moggs in P2. Desbro holding on to P3 at the moment. Bradshaw in P4. Harry Dwarf is 5th with Slim Shady just behind in P6. Bradshaw can try and hold on as best as he can for pretty much a P3 finish after this one. Not looking good at all for him as it stands. But can something happen in the last matter of seconds is a question.
And it's going into the main straight with no ERS.
Yep, no ERS for the Aston Martin either, so he's going to make it 10 times harder for himself, using as much as he can. The DRS will help him a little bit, but probably not enough. Yellow flags. That is Slim Shady, who's now crashed down to 9 in this race. He's binned it the same way as CF Michaels did a lap ago. We're down to 9 after starting with 18. Pretty much 8, excluding Ethan as well. Moggs is P2. Desbro is 3rd. C. Bradshaw now closing in P4. He's only got 3 laps to try and salvage a podium. Does he want to have a look down that inside? No, he's not. He's going to wait and bide his time for a little bit of a better opening. He hasn't got long left to try and get a podium. I think that podium is, well, the race win is pretty much secure for Blazer Guns right about now. I can't see Moggs catching him from here. Desbro is currently under pressure from P3, so 1st and 2nd is pretty much wrapped up. 5 seconds back is Desbro from P2. See Bradshaw says a shot to a podium.
I'm going to say luck and good strategy has been on the side of Blazer Guns in this race.
Absolutely so. A lot of luck has that to go into this drive from Blazer Guns. A lot of mistakes had pulled his way, but at the end of it, he's leading this one, and that is what counts. He is currently leading this one with about two, three laps to go. And he will take the full 25 points going into this one. Fastest lap at the moment is going to Harry Dwarf, so that'll be 9, 10, 11 points going to his name, as here comes C. Bradshaw on the back of Desbro, losing a lot of time with the DRS though. Is he close enough into turn one? Doesn't look like it. And he will have
His
to
battery
think again.
is completely depleted.
Yeah, a completely depleted battery on the Aston Martin. The C. Bradshaw will have another go down in towards the back straight. The DRS will hit him once more. Desbro trying his best to defend. C. Bradshaw will try his best to attack. It doesn't look like it's going to be his day down the inside, and I think he might have to salvage for a P4 after this one. A cruel way to end it, but that is league racing sometimes. Morgs in P2 is going to drive very, very well until this one. Blazer Guns will pretty much get this win as well. I see Bradshaw closes up for a P4 finish. Is looking likely unless he can try something at the end of this one.
See Blazer Guns taking Castle very, very carefully.
Very, very carefully
Losing
indeed.
about 3/10. Morg's definitely catching, but I don't think it will be enough. Doing
Not.
very well on soft, I might say. Very, very well.
He's doing very well, but has those softs just run out at the wrong time. He's keening on the back of Blazer Guns, but is it a bit a day late and a dollar short, as Martin Brundle would say? Might just be that, but we'll wait and see. Here comes Callum Bradshaw, Steve Bradshaw, 8/10 back now on Desbro, and I think that is his time up on a podium charge. Just a little bit too much, those hard compound tyres. Not enough to try and see him through onto the podium. A little bit of a tap from behind, and that was all she wrote. As Moggs now 2.4 seconds back. He's lost a lot of time somewhere in that one, as we have 2 laps to go in this race. See Bradshaw in P4. Desbro is in P3. Moggs in P2. Blazer Guns currently leading. Harry Dwarf in 5th. Smith is 6th. Ruley is 7th. For Nifty in 8th. Pazuzu is currently in P9. Almost a lap down. As we lost Tim Shady, SF Michaels, Galaxy Connor, RSF1 Invade, Arash Alonso, Immortal G, Egon, Early Destroyer, and HRV Thomas in this one. We're down to 9, pretty much 8, as Ethan decided to leave the session earlier in the race.
Can't believe half of the grid completely gone.
Yeah, half of the grid and a little bit more have retired from this one. There's a few crashes and a few mistakes gone his way. Pazuzu does get the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Pitted on the soft compound tyres, had nothing to lose, and takes away the fastest lap from Harry Dwarf. I believe that was a 39. We'll have a look. Yep, 43, sorry. 43.366 for him. As Nifty Nasri tries to catch up to Ethan in P8, in P7. Try and get away as we enter the last lap of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. LR Blazer Guns will start it and he will finish it. Bradshaw has one last chance to try and get past Desbro for P3, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Was leading pretty much all the way, and it was taken away from him very, very cruelly with a tap from behind under the safety car restart. Nothing he could do.
Nothing at all.
At the back. Nothing at all, and he is down in P4 at the moment, trying his best to try and catch up. Desbro in P3, but it looks like it's going not to Aston Martin. It's going to go to the McLaren, as it looks like. I don't think Bradshaw can try and get close enough. Moggs is 4 seconds back on Blazer Guns. Blazer Guns is going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, it most looks likely. It's been a very, very difficult Grand Prix.
You can see how the softs he's losing grip. But it's already 4 seconds behind Blazer Guns.
Absolutely. So we're going to flick over to Blazer Guns now as he makes his way through the final couple of sectors. For the back of the field in 18th, had a crash in qualified P2. Nifty Nasri gets past Ethan. A crash in qualifying, a crash in the sprint caused him to qualify at the back of the grid. A few crashes in between at the start, but with a few safety cars and a little bit of a luck on his side, LR Blazer Guns will take the first victory in Azerbaijan. He weaves in happiness. It's LR Blazer Guns who wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Oh.
It's a start. It's a back of the start to a victory. FTR Moggs is in second. Desbro just holds on to P3. Bradshaw, we're bitterly disappointed with P4.
Definitely.
Harry Dwarf is in P5. Smith is in P6 with Nasri in P7. Rully Ethan will be 8th. And Pazuzu, who's currently through into the castle section, will finish P9. But Allah Brazy Guns is your victor here in Azerbaijan.
What a race. What a race.
What a race indeed. As we wait for Rully Ethan. He's just crossed the line now. We'll wait for Pazuzu as well to get the full standings away to you. But Allah Blazer Guns will take the victory in Azerbaijan from 18th on the grid. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes on, and how this crazy season will end. It's going to be full points for the Aston Martin team, the only team to finish with 2 drivers, I believe, after that one, if I am correct. Yes, it does look like that. That'll be 12, 13, 14 points going to them, but Alpine will top the group with that 25 points with our Blazer Guns on his own. And that was a very good win indeed for him. And he takes the top thing of the timing sheets, and the driver of the day goes to himself as well. A great win for him from the back of the field. A little bit of a luck. Colin Bradshaw definitely deserved that one as well. But in the end, it went to our Blazer Guns just at the end. And he is the victor in Azerbaijan. We'll get all the action coming from you there. As there we go then. There is your weekend results. It's LR Blazer Guns who tops the sheets with FTR Moggs in P2 there. As C Bradshaw. Hang on, we'll get that one to you there. LR Blazer Guns is first with Moggs in P2. Desbro is third. Callum Bradshaw in fourth. Harry Dwarf is 5th, Smith is 6th, Nifty Nasri is 7th, Rully Ethan is 8th, and Pazuzu is 9th. And we lost Slim Shady, SF Michaels, Galaxy Connor, RSF1 Invade, Arash Alonso, Immortal G, Egon, Only Destroyer, and HRV Thomas from this one. Moving on to the sprint, it was C Bradshaw who won it. Nifty Nasri was P2, Arash Alonso was 3rd with Desbro in 4th, Only Destroyer is 5th, Moggs is 6th, HRV Thomas is 7th with Egon in 8th, Harry Dwarf is 9th with the Mortal G in 10th, RSF1 Invade was 11th with Galaxy Connor in 12th, Pazuzu 13th, Slim Shady 14th, Ethan in 15th with Smith in 16th, Michael 17th, and LR Blazer Guns in 18th. And that was the end of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Thank you all very, very much for watching us this evening. Tune in next week for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We will see you all very, very later. Take care and good night.